What's going on YouTube? I'm back with another video, and this one is going to be a look at my 2019-20 Prizm basketball collection. So everything that I have opened or picked up on eBay or picked up in breaks, it's all the top stuff, so I'm not just going to spend time showing you guys my base, but I figured now is a perfect time to do this because honestly, I'm not sure if Prizm is going to be released anymore. I don't know if they are printing anymore or if there's going to be a restock anywhere. You can still pick up hobby, obviously, at your hobby shops and even Fast Break. But as far as retail goes, which is primarily what I ripped because those are so expensive, I'm not sure if it's done or not. So they're kind of moving on with contenders, and I know Optic is coming out soon as well. So it might be over for Prizm. So I figured now, there's not a lot of stuff out. I'm kind of waiting on Revolution to come out next week, and with not a lot of stuff coming out and Prizm might be over, I figured I would take a look at my collection, all of my best stuff. I thought some people might want to see that, and if anyone is interested in any of this stuff, let me know. Some of it, like my Sekou Stash, is not going to be for sale or available, but anything else, feel free to make me an offer or see if you want to work out a trade or something. Definitely let me know. And I will say before I do get into it, some of this stuff, or some of my stuff is at PSA. So a couple of my better cards, I have some LeBron stuff at PSA, a Jaw, a Bol Silver, just a few random stuff, but I did hold on to the majority of my better stuff. So we'll go ahead and get into the giveaway from the last video, and we'll do that super quick because this one might take a little bit. I have a lot of cards to talk about, and then we'll be right back and we'll take a look at my collection. All right, guys, so we are ready for the giveaway. So we had 3 cards up for grabs. We had the David Williams, we had the Christian Kirk, and then we had the Rashad Penny, sorry. So let's go ahead and get our link and get our winner and see who's gonna get what card. So let's do this. 101 comments, so pretty solid. Let me go ahead and zoom in here and let's get our winner. And if the winner did not pick a card, I believe the most people wanted the penny. So, oh, well, there we go. So Joseph George is our winner, and he said Christian Kirk for me. So go ahead and send me an email within 1 week with your address, and I'll get that shipped out. Now let's go ahead and get back to our video. All right, guys, so now that the giveaway's out of the way, we are ready to get into these 5 stacks here that you see. So I've kind of broken this up into some of my better veteran stuff here, some of my better rookie base and then memorabilia cards here, Sekou, and all of my rookie color. So like I said, I'm not gonna spend time showing you guys a bunch of base. I know no one cares about base, and I have just stacks on stacks of veteran and rookie base. So with that being said, we'll go ahead and get into it, and we will start right here in the middle. So this is rookie base and then some memorabilia cards, so I won't spend too much time on this stuff. And as always, like I said earlier, if you are interested, feel free to let me know and we can try to work something out. So that is a Rui variation. I considered sending this one to PSA, but I looked over it a little closer and I think this one is just enough off center that it would not get a 10, so I held on to that. And then more Rui base, got a couple RJs there. We got a Jaw, and I did send a Jaw base to PSA, so I do have another one at PSA now. And unfortunately, I pulled this one, and I'm not sure if you can tell, but the like top 1/8 of the card is just completely bent back, and that's how that came out of the box. So that was kind of unfortunate. And then some more Jaw inserts. We got a Dylan Windler green, and then a couple insert silvers. So there is some of the rookie stuff, some base, and a few insert silvers. And now let's go with our veterans. So some of the top veteran stuff. As you all probably know, I was in a bunch of Pistons breaks. Sorry, I thought I heard the door open. I was in a bunch of Pistons breaks, and I did hit some random guys. Obviously, I was looking for Sekou, but I did hit a few Jordan Bone cards and a couple veterans, Blake Griffin, stuff like that. So one of the cards I hit that was actually really cool is this Bob Lanier Mojo, so to 25, so that was very cool. And then we got a Magic Johnson Orange Ice, Magic Johnson Silver, a couple Luka base. So I want to take care of all my Luka stuff. And then we got a Donovan Mitchell orange, Magic green. There's a Kobe red, white, and blue. LeBron base. And like I said, I do have another LeBron base at PSA. We got a Trey silver, another Luka base, Luka green, KD silver. We got one of our purple pulsars. I believe these are to 35 of Justice Winslow. And then, like I said, a couple of those other Pistons that I kind of randomly hit on my search for Sekou. This was fast break, so we got a Blake Griffin and a Langston Galloway blue. And then out of our retail Prizm box, this was my big auto here, Kurt Thomas auto. And then we got a couple silvers to finish that up on the veterans, the better veteran stuff. We got a silver Steph and a silver Mitchell. Oh, and then also one of my favorite cards is this silver Luka. So I did not hit a silver Luka last year and didn't hit a silver Luka this year either. But this was actually sent to me by a guy that I've met here locally and on Instagram. His name is Lion Photography, so be sure to check him out. It was just super, super awesome of him to send me that, and I definitely appreciate that. So that is one of my favorite cards because I don't have any other Luka silvers, period. So that was awesome. And then I guess we'll save Sekou for last. So we'll kind of get into some of the rookie color. So like I have said previously, on my search for Sekou, I did hit a Jordan Bone Red, which is cool. I actually think he has a lot of potential, and I'm actually considering, now that Sekou is so expensive, he's kind of blown up here in the past week or so, I'm considering switching my focus over to Jordan Bone. I loved him at Tennessee. I think he is a solid point guard, and he is actually playing very well in the G League. So he hasn't played for the Pistons, I don't believe, yet this season, but he is tearing it up in the G League. So I'm considering changing my focus to Jordan Bone. So we got a red, and then another guy I've hit for the Pistons a bunch of is Servidis. And then we have some silvers here, a bunch of silvers coming up. So I won't mention every guy to kind of save time. We'll just kind of fly through. And this one is actually, that one's a base, I believe. Not sure how, that one shouldn't be in there. But Kobe White, Dylan Windler, Jalen Hands, and I think this wins Goofiest Picture Award. He just, I don't know if that's a pass or a shot, but that is a goofy looking shot. And then we got a Goga, and then we got another Kobe White silver insert. This one is actually a hyper, which I believe hypers are undervalued. So if you're looking for a cheaper investment other than the silvers, hypers are a good opportunity for a little bit cheaper of an investment. And they're actually, I think they're more short printed than silvers, so solid investment there. And then finishing up the silvers, we got a Roby, and then a couple pink ices, another Jalen Hands, Akpala, Servidis. Now we're moving into the orange ice. So don't want to spend too much time on these guys. This is kind of, you know, lower end stuff, but still rookie color, so you never know. Any of these guys could be the next Devontae Graham, which I actually, like I said, I think that could be a Jordan Bone. So if anyone is interested in my opinion on who might be PCing now that Sekou is more expensive, I got to look at some more options, but it's looking like that might be Jordan Bone because his stuff is super, super cheap. So I remember before this season started, I was talking about some guys to pick up who were under like the $10 to $15 range for their Prizm silvers. And of all the guys that I mentioned, Devontae Graham was by far the cheapest. His were, at the time, you could pick up his Prizm silvers for $2, which is about what Jordan Bone is. So I'm considering just picking up, you know, like 10 or 20 of them and just, I mean, you know, what's the harm in spending 20, 30 bucks on a bunch of Prizm silvers of a guy who could, I think, has potential and could blow up. So our only rookie waves are Matisse Thybulle and then an Eric Paschal. So that pretty much does it for our rookie color. Got a nice big stack there. And now we will move into our Sekou stash. So a bunch of Sekou. As you can tell, that was the biggest stacks, or well, other than the rookie color, I guess. But we got a bunch of base. So I'll just kind of fly through this. I meant to count this prior to the video, but I forgot and did not count all my base cards. But as you can see, just a ton. So if he's ever as big as Luka, that would be awesome, because Luka's base PSA 10s are over 200 bucks. So that would be very, very nice. And then also some that I have received from breaks are top loaded, so I have even more. And then we got a bunch of silver inserts on the back there. And then I do have one silver of his that I just sent to PSA. So I only have one silver. I picked it up at a card show for $20, and that is it. That has been sent off to PSA. And then we have, like I said, those silver inserts on the back. And now we will get into the good stuff. So save the best for last. And I spent a decent amount on this stuff, but nothing compared to what they go for now. I mean, like I said, since he posterized that guy a couple days ago, his stuff is on fire. And unfortunately, he blew up before I could get any of his contender stuff. So his contender stuff is also very expensive, autos that is. So we will start with the green Fanatics Cracked Ice. Pick this up for mid-30s. And I would safely bet that this is over 100 now, easily. So, nice card there. Big fan of that one. We got a purple Cracked Ice. This was actually hit out of a break. This one is to 149. Another one I would say is a safe bet is over 100. This one I know for a fact is over 100. So the blue version to 199. And I can't remember if I picked this up as a single or if I hit in a break. But the one that I really wanted, that I think the blue looks really good with the Pistons uni, but also with the red stripe. I wanted the red to $299, and I actually turned down an offer from a guy on eBay, I believe for $65, because that is more than I paid for the purple, which is numbered to 75. I picked this up for like right around 60 bucks, and I turned down an offer of 65 for the red to $299. And now those are like $170. So kind of kicking myself for that one. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get another one. I mean, I could, but I just, I picked up the one to 75 for 60. I don't want to spend 170 on the one to 299. So that is pretty unfortunate. And then we did hit a Ruby Wave out of a break. Very nicely centered as well. Red, white, and blue. Red Ice. Pink Ice. So we pretty much have all the ices. We got the purple ice, the pink ice, red ice, orange ice, green ice. We got all the ices for Sekou. And then the second biggest card that I pulled myself, which I unfortunately don't have the first biggest, but I'm sure everyone is familiar with what that card is. It was his teammate at Duke, Mr. Zion. So pulled these in back-to-back videos. If you missed those or haven't seen those, be sure to check those out. That was just insane. So the RJ Barrett is still in my possession, and I'm probably just gonna hold on to this for a while and see if he, turns into a star or anything. I did get this graded with BGS, graded a 9/5/10, which I was super happy about. And this one is probably the biggest card from this year's Prizm that I own. Maybe one of these Sekous, maybe the purple or the Fanatics. But I would say that RJ is probably the biggest card I own right now from this year's Prizm. So that is going to do it. I hope you guys enjoyed this little collection video. Like I said, don't know if Prizm's going to release any more or start printing again. So other than hobby or fast break, which I am considering picking up a fast break box still, but that might be it. So figured I would just take the time to sit down and show some of my best stuff that I pulled this year. So hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you guys very soon. Thanks for watching.